the sums on multiple angles. Okay, uh, I'll do all the ISC problems in this exercise. Now it's given here. Look at number 5. Given sine theta is equal to A and sine 2 theta is equal to B. Okay, find an expression for cos theta in terms of A and B. Okay, hence find a relation between A and B not involving theta. That means sine theta is given to you as A, sine 2 theta is given to you as B. We want to find out cos theta in terms of A and B. So if we see sine 2 theta, what is the relation between sine 2 theta and sine theta? We have from multiple angle formula, sine 2 theta is 2 sine theta cos theta. Put the value of sine 2 theta as B, put the value of sine theta as A, cos theta. So therefore, what is cos theta? Cos theta is B by 2A. Okay, so you have written cos theta in terms of B and A. That was the first part of the question. We have answered that question. To write cos theta in terms of A and B. Okay. Next question is find the relation between A and B not involving theta. Now, you know that sin theta is A and cos theta is B by 2A. So how can you write a relation between A and B in which theta is not there? We'll use the identity sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. We're going to use this identity. Okay, and put the value of sin theta A, put the value of cos theta. Okay, and that means A square plus B square by 4A square is equal to 1. Which is the required expression? Does this expression contain theta? No, does not contain theta. Therefore, this is our required expression. So my answers are cos theta is equal to B by 2A and A square plus B square by 4A square is equal to 1. Okay. This was number 5. Next is number 6. Given that tan A is equal to 1 by 5, find the values of tan 2A, tan 4A and tan 45 minus 4A. So given here is tan A equal to 1 by 5. You need to find out the value of tan 2A. Okay, so therefore, given tan A, can we find the value of tan A? Yes, you use the multiple angle formula. So we have tan 2A is equal to 2 tan A by 1 minus tan square A. I simply put the value of tan A, which is given to be as 1 by 5. Which is 2 by 5 by 1 minus 1 by 25. Take the LCM. This in the numerator you already have a fraction, single fraction. So you only have to take the LCM in the denominator. 2 by 5. In the denominator, I have 25 minus 1, which is 2 will cancel. Okay, so you will get 2 by 24 by 5, which is 2 into 5 divided by 24. Just 5 by 12. Okay. So you've got the value of tan 2A. Next question is to find out the value of tan 4A. We are going to get tan 4A with the help of tan 2A. We have already calculated tan 2A is equal to 5 by 12 with the help of this tan A. So we are going to calculate tan 4a also. Tan 4a is 2 tan half of 4a, which is 2a, divided by 1 minus tan square 2a, which is 2 tan 2a is 5 by 12, divided by 1 minus tan square 2a is 5 by 12 whole square. So this is 10 by 12 divided by 1 minus 25 by 144. Now you take the LCM in the denominator. 10 by 12 divided by 144. 144 minus 25. We have 10 by 12 divided by 144 minus 25 is 19. Yes, 19 by 144. We get 10 by 12 into 144 by 19. This cancels with 12. So you get 120 by 19. Okay, so the value of tan 4a is 120 by 19. The next question here is find the value of tan 45 minus 4a. Now for tan 45 minus 4a, we are going to use the compound angle formula. Also, tan 45 degree minus 4a, we are going to use tan a minus b formula. Tan a minus tan b by 1 plus tan a tan b. Tan 45 is 1. This becomes 1 minus tan 4a divided by 1 plus 1 into tan 4a means simply tan 4a. And we have calculated the value of tan 4a here as 120 by 19. So we simply put it here. So 1 minus 120 by 19 divided by 1 plus 120 by 19. Okay, so this one, if you take the LCM, 19 minus 120, and in the denominator, you get 19 and 20 divided by 19. Now these two, they cancel. 19 minus 120 is minus 101, and this is 139. The value of tan 45 degree minus 4a is minus 101 by 139. Okay, so this one is done. We now do 6-2. If a is an obtuse angle, let me just erase this.
Sir,
Hmm.
for that tan 4a, we have used the tan 2a formula, calculating the tan 4a.
Because because we know that tan 2a is this is the double angle formula. Tan 2a is 2 tan half of this angle, half. So 2 tan half of 2a is a divided by 1 minus tan square a. So therefore, when we are using tan 4a, okay, we are using here half of 4a. Understood? That is the idea here. Okay, so let us attempt the next one. That is the next problem I said was 6-2. If A is an obtuse angle, what do you mean by an obtuse angle? And B is an acute angle. What do you mean by an acute angle? A is an obtuse angle. It's 16.2. A is an obtuse angle. That means A lies between 90 and 180 degree, right? And B is an acute angle. Means A has to lie between 0 and 90 degree, right? Isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So 90 degree. A lies between 0 and 90 degree. Now the question here is, without using tables, find the value of sine 2b. Okay, and what is given here also,
Change.
sine of A is given to you as 5 by 13, and uh, tan of B is given to you as 3 by 4, isn't it? Because see, A is an obtuse angle whose sine is 5 by 13. Therefore, sine A is 5 by 13. B is an acute angle whose tangent is 3 by 4. That means tan of B is 3 by 4. Without using tables, find the value of sine 2B. So sine 2B, for sine 2B, what do you need? So we have sine 2B is equal to 2 sine B cos B, right? So in order to find sine 2B, what do you need? You need a sine B and you need a cos B. But you know tan B. Then how will you find sine B and cos B from tan B? We'll use the identities. Okay, let us call this 1. Okay, sine 2B is equal to 2 sine B cos B. Let us call this 1. Fine. Now, what we are going to do is, with the help of tan B, we are going to find sine B and cos B. Remember this technique, very important technique, always you will require. Okay, so we'll use the identity sec square B is equal to 1 plus tan square B. Okay, so tan is 3 by 4 square. 1 plus 9 by 16, which is 16 plus 9 by 16, which is 25 by 16. That means sec B is plus or minus square root of 25 by 16, which is plus or minus 5 by 4. Now the question is, what sign should I take? Now see, B is an acute angle, right? So that means acute angle means sec has to be a positive. Sec has to be plus 5 by 4. Since B is an acute angle. For acute angles, all the trigonometric functions are positive, right? The value of all the trigonometric functions are positive. So if sec B is 5 by 4 and sec and cos are reciprocal of each other, so cos B will be 4 by 5. So we managed to find cos B. Now once we have found cos B, we can find sin B. How? Sin square B is equal to 1 minus cos square B. 1 minus 4 by 5 square, which is 1 minus 16 by 25, which is 25 minus 16 by 25, which is 9 by 25. That means sin B is plus or minus square root of 9 by 25, which is plus or minus 3 by 5. Fine. Now which sign should I take? Again, sin B has to be, B is an acute angle, so sin B has to be positive. Since B is an acute angle. Okay. So we have calculated the value of sin B and cos B. So therefore from 1, we can calculate the value of sin 2B. What is sin 2B? 2 sin B cos B. From 1, sin 2B is equal to 2 sin B cos B. Twice sin B is 3 by 5 and cos B is 4 by 5. So this is 24 by 25. Okay, we have calculated the value of sin 2b. So this was the first part. Second part, tan A minus B. You need to find out the value of tan A minus B. For tan A minus B, what do you require? This was part 1. Let us say now part 2. We have tan A minus B. Are you noting this in your copy? All these? Yes, Devanjan, are you noting these in your copies?
Not for now, sir, but later on.
A lot of work will get accumulated. So tan A minus B is tan A minus tan B by 1 plus tan A tan B. So what is given here? Let's see. Are we given tan A? No, we are not given tan A, but we are given sin A, right? 5 by 13. Tan B, yes, tan B is given. So we can use tan B. But from this sin A, we need to calculate tan A. So let us calculate tan A from sin A. Let us call this 2. Okay. So we have sin A is equal to, how much is sin A given? 5 by 13. Sin A is 5 by 13. So we shall use the identity cosec square A is equal to 1 plus cot square A. Okay. Now, sin A is 5 by 13. That means cosec A must be 13 by 5 because sin and cosec are reciprocal of each other, is equal to 1 plus cot square A. That means 169 by 25 is equal to 1 plus cot square A. That means cot square A is 169 by 25 minus 1. That means cot square A is 169 minus 25 divided by 25, which means 144 by 25. So that means what is cot A? Cot A is plus or minus square root of 144 by 25, which is plus or minus 12 by 5. Now the question is which sign to take. Now A is what? A is acute or obtuse? A here is an obtuse angle. That means lies between 90 and 180. That means lies in the second quadrant. And in the second quadrant, we know tan and cot are negative. That means cot A we will take as minus 12 by 5. Since A is an acute angle, obtuse angle, sorry. Since A is an obtuse angle, that means if cot A is minus 12 by 5, tan A must be minus 5 by 12. Okay. From sin A, we have managed to calculate the value of tan A. Okay. So now we can calculate the value of tan A minus B from 2. What do we have from 2? 2 is tan A minus B is equal to tan A minus tan B by 1 plus tan A tan B. So let's write this once again. Tan A minus B is equal to tan A minus tan B by 1 plus tan A tan B. Put the values of tan A and tan B. Tan A is minus 5 by 12. Okay, and tan B is we have been given here as 3 by 4. Right, 3 by 4 divided by 1 plus tan A and B. This, okay. Now you take the LCM and you find out the value. So you take the LCM 12 and you get -5 minus 9 divided by 1 plus 15 by 48. So you get minus 14 by 12 divided by 48 plus 15 by 48. This cancels 12 and 4, and this 14 remains as it is. So you get minus 14 into 4 by 63. So this cancels with 7 also. This cancels with 7. 7 to 7, 9. So minus 8 by 9. This is the value of tan A minus B. Okay. Let's now move on to the next sum. We have, so yes, let us do number 10. Okay. If okay, number 10. If cos alpha is 3 by 5, cos alpha given, cos alpha is equal to 3 by 5. Cos beta is given to be 4 by 5. You need to find the value of cos alpha minus beta by 2. Okay, to find cos alpha minus beta by 2. Assuming alpha and beta to be acute angles, where alpha lies between 0 and 90 degree, and beta lies between 0 and 90 degree. Okay. So in order to find out the value of cos alpha minus beta by 2, where alpha and beta are, you must notice here that if alpha and beta are acute angles, therefore alpha minus beta must also be an acute angle, isn't it? We cannot say anything about alpha plus beta, but definitely we can say about alpha minus beta, isn't it? If alpha and beta are acute angles, suppose alpha is 47 degree and beta is 87 degree, then alpha minus beta will always be less than 90 degree, isn't it? Whatever be the value of alpha and beta, alpha minus beta will always be less than 90 degree if alpha and beta are both acute. But I cannot say anything about alpha plus beta, whether it will be acute or whether it will be obtuse, right? So, but definitely about alpha minus beta we can see. So that is why if alpha and beta are acute, then I can safely say that alpha minus beta will also be acute. So if alpha minus beta is acute, now we need to find alpha minus beta by 2. So what we do is we find cos alpha minus beta here. Okay, so cos alpha minus beta we find cos alpha minus beta. What is cos alpha minus beta? It is cos alpha cos beta plus sin alpha sin beta. This we find. So what are the values that we know here? We know cos alpha, fine, we'll put it. We know cos beta, we'll put it. We don't know sin alpha and sin beta, so we are going to calculate sin alpha and sin beta. Let us call this 1. Okay, so fine. So therefore sin alpha is root 1 minus cos square alpha, or let's say simply 1 minus cos square. We'll take the root later on. Sin square alpha is 1 minus cos square alpha. 1 minus cos square alpha means 3 by 5 square. 1 minus 9 by 25. 25 minus 9 divided by 25, which is 16 by 25. So therefore, what is sin alpha? Sin alpha is plus or minus square root of 16 by 25, which is equal to plus or minus 4 by 5. Now the question is, what is the sign of sin alpha? Now sin alpha is clearly, since alpha is acute, we'll take the positive value since alpha is acute. Okay. Similarly, we'll find out the value of cos beta. Also, sin square beta 1 minus cos square beta 1 minus, so this is 1 minus 16 by 25, which is 25 minus 16 divided by 25, which is 9 by 25. That means what is sin beta? Sin beta is plus or minus square root of 9 by 25, which is plus or minus 3 by 5. So which sign should I take? Sin beta is equal to 3 by 5 because we know that beta is also acute. We are taking the positive sign. So now we know the value of cos alpha, cos beta, sin alpha, sin beta. Therefore, from 1, cos alpha minus beta is equal to cos alpha, cos beta plus sin alpha, sin beta. Put the values. Cos alpha, cos beta, what is given here? 3 by 5, 4 by 5. So put the value 3 by 5 and 4 by 5. And sin alpha, sin beta we have calculated as 4 by 5. And sin beta we have calculated as 3 by 5. So what is the value here? 12 by 25 plus 12 by 25, which is 24 by 25. Now we have calculated cos alpha minus beta, but what is our aim? Our aim is to calculate cos alpha minus beta. But why did we calculate cos alpha minus beta? We calculated cos alpha minus beta so that we can calculate cos alpha minus beta by 2 with the help of multiple angle formula. Okay. Now see, we have calculated cos alpha minus beta. Now from here, I'm going to calculate cos alpha minus beta by 2. From multiple angle formula, what you know is, we know that cos 2 theta is 2 cos square theta minus 1, isn't it? This is what we know. Therefore, cos, what you see in this formula is that this angle theta is half of this angle, isn't it? Half of 2 theta. So therefore cos of, if I write 2 theta as alpha minus beta, then this theta will become alpha minus beta by 2. Am I correct? If I take 2 theta as alpha minus beta, then theta will become alpha minus beta by 2, because this angle 2 theta, if I take half of 2 theta, I get this angle. So similarly, alpha minus beta, if I take half of alpha minus beta, I'll get alpha minus beta by 2. So therefore, now you put the values, whatever values that we have got. Cos alpha minus beta, we have got the value as 24 by 25 is equal to 2 cos square alpha minus beta by 2 minus 1. That means 1 plus 24 by 25 is equal to 2 cos square alpha minus beta by 2. That means 25 plus 24 by 25 must be equal to 2 cos square alpha minus beta by 2. That means 2 cos square alpha minus beta by 2 must be equal to 49 by 25. That means cos square alpha minus beta by 2 is 49 by 50. And what is cos alpha minus beta by 2? It is plus or minus square root of 49 by 50, which can be prime factorized as 49 can be written as 7 square and 50 can be written as 2 into 5 square. So therefore, this can be written as plus or minus 7 by 5 root 2, right? We have got the value of cos alpha minus beta as plus or minus 7 by 5 root 2. Now the question is, which sign should I take, plus or minus sign? You see that alpha minus beta is acute. That means alpha minus beta by 2 will also be acute. So therefore, what is the value of cos alpha minus beta by 2? We'll take the positive sign, because for acute angle all trigonometric functions are all trigonometric function values are positive. So this is 7 by plus 7 by 5 root 2. This is your answer. Okay.